Coaches, coaches, coaches everywhere. How do people decide to want to be coached by you? That is my topic today. And the reason I'm talking about that is I saw a really great, very interesting post. And a person was asking, a coach was asking, when you need plumbing done, you go to a plumber. When you need electrical work done, when there's a fault somewhere, you go to find an electrician. How do people decide to be coached? And what I found interesting there was that one answer, one comment to that post was, every person in sports that is successful has a coach. Coaching is part of it. People usually, when they have high executive positions, the company makes sure that the executive is being coached to perform at their very best. So how does the coach, whether it's a life coach, a health coach, a sports type coach, performance coach, transformation coach, career coach, it really doesn't matter what type of a coach you are. What does matter, what is really important, the key part here is that people know what you help them with. So often coaches, life coaches, business coaches, or a combination of both will promote themselves as come to me for coaching. Coaching is what you need. Coaching just for women. Coaching for executives. Whatever it is, the focus is on coaching. Here is why that is upside down. When people look for a plumber or an electrician, they're not looking for the tools to get that work done. They're looking for someone who can help with that very specific problem. If you are a life, a business, a transformation, a career coach, whatever it is you specifically coach in, and really does help to know what your specifics are, then to promote yourself as coach is not going to attract the interest. What you want to promote is what you help people with. Can you see the difference? Coaching in itself is not what people look for. They look for a resolution, a solution, a change, a transformation with a problem they have. And so as a coach, if you help women in business to get started with their business and keep their mindset and their money, particularly money mindset, really on par with getting their business up and running, or taking their business to the next level, for example, then that is what you want to talk about in everything that you put out there into the world, your message. You want to talk about how and why you help women to be set and well in their mindset around taking their business to the next level, for example, just using that as an example. So whatever it is you are coaching, that is the key part for you to promote, for you to talk about. It is not going to trigger a response, certainly not an immediate response, for somebody who's looking for help to perhaps overcome some inner fear, or the person might know that they're not getting on with people really well. So they'll be looking for messages out there from people, from coaches, for messages around how you might help them overcome the way you think, or the way you interact with people, or the way you are dealing in your mind with money, or in general, the way that you're not feeling you've got enough energy to keep going. Whatever the area is that you particularly help people with, you're coaching with, career transformation, career direction. There are various areas or layers in that whole career area. It's not just finding the next job. It's not just writing the right resume. There are many finer layers within that. So to attract people to come to you, the message has to be focused on what the people you want to and you best work with are looking for. Coaching for career direction or coaching for help with career change in itself as a message is not necessarily strong enough for that person. So coming back to what I'm talking about here is that in particular, coaches do often work on the direction or the premise of that the coaching is important to the person, while it actually isn't the coaching, but it is the outcome they achieve. It is not the tool wanting a coach that's important to people. It is the outcome that the coach can help them achieve, to be stronger in how you interact with people, to be better in your interpersonal relationships, to know how to handle staff in your business, how to work better around your message creation. Whatever it is, you as the coach help people with. The focus for you in promoting yourself and your expertise lies in that connection to the right person with the right message. Now, obviously, there are several layers and several parts connected to that. The way I look at the whole area of setting yourself as a coach up there so that there's no direct competition as such for you is to write a book on the expertise that you have, on the unique methodology you use to help people, and to be very specific in that. And the key part here for me particularly is that it's my vision to transform the way that coaches, people in business change makers, that they think about writing their story, your story, putting your knowledge and your expertise into a book. And it is my vision that I can show you. It is really a very simple, smooth, and straightforward way to do so when you're doing it with the right planning. You can make that impact, inspire change, inspire the change with the way you help people now as a coach by writing a book. And the entire process is really straightforward and doesn't take a lot of time out of your time, and it doesn't take a long time to write and publish your book. And by the end of it, the key is that you want to make sure your message with your book gets out there well. So it is much easier, of course, for a profession like a plumber or an electrician to say, I'm an electrician. If you have an electrical fault, come to me. That's one way of doing that. But when there is lots of electricians in the market, then each one has to find that point of difference. Are they fast? Do they come 24 hours when you call them? So whatever that point of difference is, even the electrician needs to figure out how to present themselves. So as a coach, exactly the same applies. And the top way to do that for you as a coach, consultant, or any other savvy business owner in an area, in a profession that you need to stand out in, you need to make it really clear for people what you stand for, who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. And that is best done in a book. Think about it this way. It's great to write post after post, articles, have them published, whatever you do at the moment to promote yourself and what you do. But people only ever see that one snippet of you. They see that one moment in time where you are posting or making a video, where you're being interviewed, once here, once there. but they're not seeing the whole picture of who you are and what you do. You can bring that entire picture of you and what you do into your book. You can start and write about your background, your expertise, how you experienced getting to where you are now, how and why you help people, and who exactly you help. Then you can use that book every time you are out there posting, writing an article, publishing something anywhere, doing a video, being interviewed on a podcast, whatever it is. You have that book where you can say more about what I'm talking here about with you is in my book, for example. So you're not saying, here, buy my book. You are saying what your expertise is in a post, in a podcast, whatever it is. And then you say, for more detail or for all the detail, go and see my book. And you can offer your book, of course, in various formats so that the range of people, whether they like reading the full paperback book, or whether they prefer the Kindle online, or even if you want to do it as a, in the format of an audio book. All of that is possible. We have so many tools available today that makes the entire process bringing your book together in the first place, publishing it, and then bringing it out there into the published world in various formats. It's really straightforward. And as I have said in other videos, anyone can write a book. So my vision here and my mission, what I want to tell you is, as a coach, to be chosen for who you are and the work you do, you really need to make that very clear in one place to your audience, so they can choose you really easily, because them reading in a consistent one place all about you and what you do. And if writing a book has been on your mind or is on your mind, the time to write it is now. Lots of people get the idea, understand how powerful a book is. So jump in and do it now, but do it in a strategic way. So don't just start writing and end up like I did with my first book, 8 months down the track and feeling like, I've had enough, that's it, I don't want to write anymore, and then go through all these difficult paths some people do, like I did with the first one I wrote and published, that I spent money on getting help to put more content together, which wasn't really necessary, only afterwards to throw the whole lot away and start all over again. So the time that took, the money that cost me at the time was just incredible and so painful. Do not do that. There's a better way. I can help you with a much better, faster way. So writing can be straightforward, and you can have your book done really quickly without taking up a lot of your time. And consider this: once you have that book, once you hold that in your hand, you can really make a difference and put that impact out there into the world on a global scale, on the global stage with your expertise. Now, to people, when they don't know and just read you're a coach of this or a life coach or whatever it is you're putting out there, the word coaching is so used these days. What is really much more useful is to focus on how you really transform people's lives with what you do. The way I transform your life is by having a very clear, straightforward, simple framework to write your book from the conception moment, planning exactly how and what to write so that makes it straightforward and simple for you. The publishing part is all integrated in what we do together, and the marketing, how you're going to promote not just the book as a book, but you want to promote you as the coach and what you do. All of that is part of what people who choose to work with me experience. And they experience that over a very, very straightforward time period that you can work within to have your book at the end of it. And that is 12 weeks. So if you're thinking about writing a book, or you've got any inclination thinking, where am I going to start? What is involved in it? Contact me right here and simply send me a message, and we'll get in touch to talk about what your idea is, because I really want to make a difference and transform the way people think about writing a book and show you that there is a much better way, a faster way of writing your book and bringing your expertise and your uniqueness, your methodology, which is very different from anyone else's. But people just don't know about it. When they can read it in a book, when they can see you've got a book that they can read, then that is a huge difference that sets you up here next to everyone down there, where people have to read post after post to understand what is being offered to them. If you have that book up here, you are the chosen one, the one people will choose. There you go. That's it from me today. Sigrid Cast, Sticky Beak Marketing is my business, and simply contact me if you would like to write your book around your expertise in business, coaching, consulting, or any other type where you want to promote yourself and your methodology. A book can help you do that.